Very often you may have a system that is capable of dumping files on a regular basis into a specified folder like this. Could be on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, or maybe, as I have tried to illustrate here, on a quarterly basis. So every single quarter you'll actually get a new file dumped in here with the proper name according to year and quarter. Now, to treat this as one data source, we need to be able to merge those files together. Let's go to the Data Discovery Data Modeler and go into Data Sources and add a data source from here. Now, the data source that we're looking for is the one called R language, this one here. It's actually capable of running R scripts, which is mainly for statistical purposes, but it can be used for something else like merging data together. You need to install the R script onto your computer. You can do it from this URL, simply download it for Windows, for example. But once you have installed it, you should be able to then execute R scripts through the data discovery. And let's just give it a name here. So let's call this data source the R merged files. And you can schedule this every 15 minutes or every quarter if you like. If you go to your data here, you can then, actually write your own script here for whatever your R language should do for you, or you can click this button here to download or to insert a script that, in this case, I have pre-cooked. So let's have a look at this script here. Essentially, it'll just read files from a specified folder, this folder here, and then it's going to merge the data from those files together and put it into a data set, and it will then eventually return the data set, and this data set will then become your full data source. Now, what we need to change is the folder name here. So I'll have to go here where I got my files that I want to merge. I'll simply copy this path, and then I'll paste it in here instead of what you see here. However, please notice the forward slashes here. That's a bit unconventional, but once I paste it in here, the one I got from my Windows Explorer, I'll simply need to go here and change the backward slashes into forward slashes. So, and the last one here. Okay, so there we go. At this point, I'll simply click Save, and it will actually run the script. It's currently creating the data source here, and in a few seconds it will be available so that we can have a quick preview of it. You can see the preview here. Of course, don't really at this point see that you combined all the files, but we can just check that the data looks okay. And one thing I might be looking for here is, for example, something related to dates. Yeah, we got one here called document date. Notice the format here. Also notice that it's currently a string. Now, we might need to change something, especially related to dates here. So I'll just go into my column types, and for example, the posting date here, instead of that being a data type string, I'll change that into a date data type. And you might also need to put in the pattern here for how to look up these dates. And well, in this case, it's days first, then months, and then a 40-digit year. All right, so I'll have to save that. And once that has completed, we should have a data source that we can now go and use in a new cube that we create. So let's go here to add a new cube and simply call this one our merged files cube, like this. And the data source is the one from our R language. That is, we might just as well immediately make this a fact table. I'll also go here to hide all of my fields and then just select the few ones that I would like to put in there, like the posting date, the 2 measures there, and maybe my build to name dimension as well. Attribute settings, I want to set those so that, for example, these 2 are seen as dimensions only, while the other 2 they are measures, but I would like to see only some measures. So there you go. Save that, and then go and save the cube itself. Now in a few seconds, we should have this cube available. We can close down the data model here and go back to the target line and start working with that. So now we got this new cube, the merged files cube here. And I would like to log into those 2 measures, maybe by my posting dates. You see it's a hierarchy now with the year and a tab here. And also we can, well, go down to the quarter level and the month level. And at this point, you can actually see that we included all the quarters, all the months that were part of those, I think was 7 source files. This one is due to a null value in one of the files. So we can also add it by build to name, everything coming from the merged files, and you can use it as you like.